We've laid an economic foundation that's historically strong. There's a lot going on right now, but the idea we're going to be able to, click a switch, bring down the cost of gasoline is not likely in the near term, nor is it with regard to food.
This is the job of the president, to be able to multitask, to get things done. We have been working on this since the recall in February.
I became aware of this problem sometime after April.
Oh my God. That was real bad.
What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. A little bit of mixed messaging and confusion from the White House and on an assortment of different things. And right now we're hearing that the #1 concern of the American people is the state of our economy. And they're wondering, are we going to be getting more stimulus packages, more checks? Right now, inflation is at a 40-year high, and we have record high food and gas prices. We're hearing all these promises coming out from Congress and the administration on how they're going to be addressing it. But at the same time, we're also hearing they can't control it, and there's an assortment of headlines and video footage I want to share with you and get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news, stimulus check update, and stimulus package update. Now again, a little bit of mixed messaging here, so let me know your thoughts on these headlines. Take a look at the first one. Coming out yesterday, Biden hails historically robust job numbers. President Joe Biden hailed the job numbers on Friday, showing that the U.S. employers had added 390,000 jobs in the month of May, calling them historically robust, and saying that this is a sign of a healthy economy and we're in a position of strength to tackle inflation. Take a look, you guys. Biden touts May job reports, says the U.S. is ready to attack inflation from a position of strength, and hiring remains strong even as the Federal Reserve, though, is trying to cool the economy. And that's because we're hearing inflation is out of control. We actually heard White House Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen come out and confess, along with Biden, that they cannot bring these prices down. And right now, the Federal Reserve, they're pulling the levers, trying to adjust things. We're hearing that quantitative tightening is now going to be on the way, as they're also increasing interest rates, trying to slow down the economy and inflation. And take a look, Biden brushes off Elon Musk's warning about the economy while touting May jobs reports. Elon Musk is raising all these concerns about the economy, considering laying off Tesla workers, and Biden saying, no, what are you talking about? Things are going great. Well, that's not what we heard earlier this week. Take a look, you guys. This coming out just a couple days ago, first day of June, Biden admits that gas and food prices aren't coming down anytime soon. And we heard the confession, the admittance from him that it's out of control and they're not sure what to do, but they put together a plan that they're going to try to enact to help battle this inflation. And take a look, Biden says that there's nothing that he can do to bring down the gas and food prices in the near term. And people are saying, well, that is not a good sign when the president and the White House, the administration, is confessing that things are out of control. And also more confusion. Take a look, you guys, breaking down the Biden administration's response to the baby formula shortage. Now, overall, they're going to mention this should be good news that the formula is going to be on its way. However, they're saying the messaging, the confusion amongst the administration, it's turning into a negative thing because they just can't seem to get their story straight. Now, we're going to be seeing what they're able to do with the economy. I'm going to share with you the video footage on the baby formula situation. And also, if you missed my last video, you might want to check it out, as more push is coming out for a 4th check. But that's not all. $2,000 monthly, they're saying, would do us very well, at least throughout the course of the pandemic. Let me know your thoughts, and if you missed that video, you're going to want to check it out right after this one. This just coming out. Now also, I'll keep you up to date on state, county, and city checks. If you missed my last video with the latest updates, be sure to check it out. And you guys, we are working on a comprehensive list to make sure that you don't miss out on anything, because we're hearing 90% of the people that are eligible to receive this are completely missing out because they don't realize that there are programs available in their cities and their counties and their states. So we are trying to raise awareness and get the word out to make sure that you don't miss anything here on the channel. And if you appreciate that, don't forget, take a quick second, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? All you got to do is take one moment to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And also consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance, how to launch your own businesses, invest in real estate, stocks, cryptos. I've got more stuff coming on what we can expect on the horizon for the real estate market, and it might shock you because My perspective, and I might be wrong, I don't have a crystal ball here, but is a little bit different than what I feel is being reported, and I've got some data I'd like to share with you. So consider joining that channel. More content coming on that channel. I hope it's a blessing to you. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video footage to get you caught up on the latest. And let's start off by hearing directly from President Joe Biden about what he had to say about the state of the economy.
We've laid an economic foundation that's historically strong. And now we're moving forward to a new moment where we can build on that foundation, build a future of stable, steady growth so we can bring down inflation without sacrificing all the historic gains we've made. And that's what we're beginning to see in today's jobs report. With today's numbers, the jobs over the last 3 months have averaged about 400,000 jobs per month. That's historically robust and a sign we're beginning to shift to steady growth after rapidly recovering 600,000 jobs per month over the prior 6 months. And as we move to a new period of stable, steady growth, we should expect to see more moderation. We aren't likely to see the kind of blockbuster job reports month after month like we had over this past year. But that's a good thing. That's a sign of a healthy economy with steady growth, rising wages for working families, everyday costs easing up, and shrinking the deficit. That stability puts us in a strong position to tackle what is clearly a problem, inflation. I've been very clear that fighting inflation is my top economic priority.
So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. And again, a very different tone from what we had heard before when they were saying that things were out of control. Now, we'll see. And they've also put together a 3-point plan to address the issues with inflation and get prices down to help out the American people. We will see. I will keep you up to date. And again, as I had mentioned, the baby formula situation, let's take a look at some video footage to get you caught up on that as well.
Yesterday, the Biden administration confirmed that the U.S. will airlift more baby food from abroad in a last-ditch effort to halt the worsening formula shortage. The push includes new shipments from Europe and Australia, with some 380,000 pounds of Bub's Australia infant formula, or about 4.6 million 8-ounce bottles, set to touch down stateside next week.
This comes just after President Biden, under pressure from reporters yesterday, admitted he was not briefed on the shortage until April.
The question you always on every single thing, why didn't you act sooner? Well, I don't think anyone anticipated the impact of the shutdown of one facility.
Didn't the CEOs just tell you that they understood it would have a very big impact?
They did, but I didn't. I became aware of this problem sometime after April.
Oh my God. That was real bad. It seems the president, however, is still not on the same page as the rest of his staff. Here's Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre yesterday.
When did somebody call the White House to say, this is a problem, you guys may need to get involved?
So I could say that, again, the recall happened on the day one of the recall. We took action as a whole of government approach, right, with FDA, USDA, as I just laid out. And the president understands, again, he understands how difficult this is. He understands how challenging this is, and we have acknowledged that. He understands that this is the job of the president to be able to multitask, to get things done, especially when it comes to making sure that your child gets healthy food. And so that is what we've been doing.
When was someone called here at the White House to say this could be an issue that requires presidential involvement?
So I don't have the timeline on that. All I can tell you, as a whole of government approach, we have been working on this since the recall in February.
Well, he understands, Robbie. He understands. Whoever came up with this PRC deserves a huge paycheck, because boy, oh boy, are reporters having to work harder and harder every day to get real concrete answers out of people.
Biden basically said, yeah, we didn't know it was going to be this big a problem, because who knows anything about this? And they said, well, let me clarify. I didn't know. Maybe other people knew, but I didn't know.
Yeah, it's really
what?
this should be a good moment for Joe Biden. It is a good thing that they're airlifting all of these shipments of baby formula from overseas. It's something that you were really hot to have happen immediately when this news broke. You know, I don't know if that's at the same time, by the way, that Joe Biden knew about the news breaking, but eventually he figured it out, and here comes the baby formula. But instead it's derailed by a gaffe like this, where he speaks with a level of confidence that suggests he doesn't even really know that what he's saying is inappropriate. The idea that the White House didn't know when the whistleblower blew the whistle back at the end of last year, when we publicly knew about the shutdowns and experts were saying this was going to have a trickle-down effect as early as February, that he didn't realize as the leader of the nation until April, is a real confession of malfeasance.
Yeah, it's really bad.
There you have it, you guys. Now, let me know, was that a major fumble by the administration and President Joe Biden just not having their story straight and being able to get directly to the point of addressing the issue? This was supposed to be a win, but the reporters kind of pressured them and we saw the flaws of what was unfolding. Now, also, we're going to be seeing if they get their act together on the economy, providing more provisions and stimulus and helping bring these prices down and helping out the American people stay out of poverty. Let me know your thoughts, you guys, but I'll be sure to keep you up to date as more unfolds, and we're hearing this is going to be ramping up as we get closer to these midterm elections, as Democrats that are in power are going to want to remind and incentivize those that are going to be hitting the polls that they've helped them out, and maybe they should consider voting for them to keep them in power. Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash the like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here, come stay up to date. Totally free. Just takes a second. Smash the subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, and consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance, and keep an eye out for a comprehensive list of all stimulus checks on all levels to make sure that you don't miss out on anything. I'm going to keep you up to date on everything. And with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a blessed Saturday. This is Steve.